So I have 6 pillars here. The first pillar is it all starts with the website, right? You need a really good, fast website. If you don't know how fast your website is, go to gtmetrics.com, just throw in your URL, and that will tell you how fast your website is. The next thing you need is a really obvious website, right? They say 60% of people never even scroll once landing on your website. So you need, the second they land on your website, you need them to know who you are, what you do, where you do it, and how to get a hold of you. So I think Eric's website's a good example of this. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here. So this is Eric's website, and I haven't scrolled yet, right? This is just the first screen, and right off the bat, we can see who they are, what they do, where they do it, and how to get a hold of them. It's that simple, yet so many people don't have that down. Like I see so many websites where it just has like a cool picture, maybe their logo and maybe a phone number. You need to answer all these questions or else, like I said, you'll lose so many people. You need to test things, because if you're not testing, you don't know if something's working or not. The next pillar, we're running Google Ads for Eric. And the thing that makes such a night and day difference to Google Ads, so many marketing companies optimize for PPC, pay per click. Optimizing for clicks is good, but it's not the best. If you tell Google, hey Google, give me as many clicks as possible, Google's going to give you exactly that, as many clicks as possible for your budget, but not all those clicks are actually useful. If you put in the word cleaning as a keyword, Google might be sending you people who are Googling funny cleaning video or how to do this or that, right? And it's not cleaning services near me. If you're running Google Ads, you need to set up your account for conversion tracking. It's where you take the code that Google provides you, you attach that code onto all the phone numbers and forms of your website. And by doing that, you have now enabled lead tracking. So now, instead of paying for the most clicks as possible, you can now pay for as many leads as possible. The difference between cost per lead optimization and cost per click optimization are night and day. I've seen a client, he was spending a fortune on Google Ads, and he said, you know what, Jordan, I don't know if I even want to do Google Ads, period. I know it's part of your service, but I don't think I even want it. I'm like, let's just try it, see what happens. We optimized his business for cost per lead, not cost per click, and then his cost per lead more than cut in half. And that's just to show the power of that. Another great pillar is Google Maps. Now more than ever, people aren't even getting to your website. They're just stopping at that map. So you need to really optimize for that little map on Google. And how you do that is go to as many different websites as you possibly can, like Yelp and Facebook and Better Business Bureau. Make sure your business name, address, phone number are all correct on as many different websites as possible. And that should help your Google Map ranking go up better. For Eric, we've tackled over 100 websites, and that's why he is progressively moving up on Google Maps. Also connected to Google Maps is my other pillar, which is Google reviews. It's so important that your company has good reviews, because just like when I'm shopping on Amazon, if you don't have over 100 5-star reviews, I don't even consider you. So you really got to get those reviews building. And the easiest way to do that is go into your Google My Business, get your review link, and then turn it into a QR code. And then put that QR code everywhere. Put it on your trucks, put it on uniforms if you want to, put it on the back of the iPads that all your employees have. So that way, anytime they finish a job, they can just scan that QR code and leave you a Google review. Quick SEO tip for you, responding to those Google reviews is like free SEO. So definitely, once they leave a review, just respond on Google My Business itself. Hey, thanks for the review. It's a pleasure working with you, or whatever. And that will give you some free SEO, because Google loves seeing engagement. I touched on this just now, is when it comes to SEO, for so long, SEO has been this magical thing that all of these SEO companies are selling you, this magical space code called SEO. If you look at SEO for what it is, it's not magic, it's more of an algorithm. And Google shows you what the algorithm is, and what things are important, what things aren't important. You just need to make sure your SEO company, whoever it may be, is doing the things that are most important on that list. One super common thing I see a lot of companies coming to us having missed is their link score, right? Like I said, there's over 200 things we can talk about for SEO, but one of the most common things I've seen missed is companies' link score. So if you go to ahrefs.com/backlink-checker, you'll get to this website, and this will show you your link score. And you can't just instantly get your score up from 0 to 100 overnight, or not 100, because the score of 30 is good for really local businesses. Anything over 30 is like Apple.com, nationwide websites. So as a local business, you want to shoot for at least 10 minimum. 30 is, like the end goal. So Eric's been with us for a year. We get people to about in the 20s after about 2 years. And so I'm going to check Eric's website, cleaningbliss.com. You can see Eric has a rating of 13, right? So Eric came to us with 0. And over the year, we've been able to grow that to 13. That's really, really good. Now Eric is instantly ranking above all of his competitors who are 13 or less. Like I said, this is in conjunction with a bunch of other SEO factors. This is another client of ours, homesutah.com. They've been with us for about 2 to 3 years now. And if I do their backlinks, you can see they're at a domain rating of 30. So I would encourage you guys, check your Ahrefs domain rating score. And if it's sub 10, do what you need to do to get it above 10. You want to keep climbing it into like the 20s is where you're really comfortable. You can't do it overnight or else Google will flag you. You got to do steady growth over about a year or two, and then you'll be in a really, really good spot. If you're at 0 or less than 10, you need to really kick it into high gear there. And the last pillar I want to talk about is social media. Like Eric talked about, you really got to know your demographic whenever you're trying to market anything, whether it be employees or leads. And so really use the retargeting features on Facebook and Instagram. So that way, instead of sending your budget to just the whole neighborhood, your whole service area, if you use retargeting using those Facebook and Instagram features, you can send your Facebook ads only to people who have visited your website in the past. So that way you can convert more of those people, because the best websites in the world only convert 10 to 20% of visitors, right? Most websites convert around 5%. So the question is, where's the other 95% going? So that's why you got to use social media to retarget that 95% of people who visited your website and then never converted. Those are the 6 pillars that we do. Eric, let's talk about what happens once the lead actually comes in. So could you give us a sneak peek? What does your office do? A lead comes in, phone call or form filled, then what happens?
Yeah, write this down. This is one of the most important things. Do not miss phone calls. Pick them up. You don't know how many times I pick up a phone call or my team picks up a phone call and they say, finally, I've been trying to get a hold of a company. You guys are the first ones to answer. And great, we'll love to help you. What's going on? Boom, close it right there. What happens is they call, they leave you a message. By the time you call back, they might have signed up with that other company that did answer their phone calls. And then when a web form comes in, you need to reach out to them immediately. Every system has something set up. Where phone comes in, whether it's a phone call, whether it's we got your request, someone's going to be reaching out with this information. And then someone does reach out within 5 minutes, the most. So someone's already calling and answering, something that's very important. We have found and we have lost leads when we don't do that. If my team fails to do that, everyone's going to have a learning stage. There'll be this curve. You need to stay disciplined on this. It's something that's very important. But when we went through that, when that did happen to us, I'll share one where myself, right? I'm not the one teaching people, but this happened to me. I got someone late, communicated. They gave me a shot to still bid. I still got a shot. I sent the bid. They got back to me and said, this is a good bid. This is actually what we're looking for. But we went with the other company because they were just quicker to get back to us. And I'm like, oh, dang it, dude. And I thought I had this one in the bag for sure, right? It was a great account that we would have closed. The only thing that made us different was that they got back to them quicker. It matters. Another big takeaway from today is get back to your leads ASAP and answer your phone.